Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to present to you the current GPU market in the Philippines. So I scraped 5 major retailers: ECPC, PC Hub, Datablitz, IT World, and Netcodex. And I just scraped it today and I have a longer recording but sadly there's no video output. Anyway, I asked ChatGPT to create custom Python scripts. So for example, I have this scraper from Datablitz, scraper for ECPC, IT World, Netcodex, and PC Hub. I know that this still lacks a few key retailers such as PC Express, DynaQuest PC, Baremore Tech Zone, and of course Lazada-only retailers, though it seems challenging to scrape Lazada as they have anti-bot mechanism. Just to show you a few data, so for example for Datablitz, I managed to get the graphics card and of course its price as well. That's true for the others as well. And then I created a good summary about this, so it's actually opened already here. So this will show you the cheapest variant of the graphics card and its price point. So I already have this summary Excel here, which was summarized by ChatGPT as well. Anyway, just to give context, so this is the GPU model, GT730, RX 580, etc. The store, where to get it: PC Hub, IT World, ECPC, Datablitz. Oh, there's no Netcodex. And which variant and at what price point. And I also have the most expensive one, so it's here as well, and the name as well. Let's dive through this data. So the red ones are the ones you shouldn't buy. The orange ones are can skeptically buy, and the green ones are highly recommended. Let's go through this discussion. So the RX 580 8GB is still the best bang for the buck at below 10,000 pesos, but I would suggest not buying this instead. I'll highlight this as red. Buy the IT World GPU. This is the XFX RX 580 and this is not priced far at 6,499, just few pesos more. The reason for that is that XFX is a more reputable brand. 1630 and 1650 are not recommended at this point. The 6500 XT is amber because it's roughly of the same performance as the RX 580, but it has less power draw than the RX 580. Right? So if you're into power, and the 3050 as well is of roughly the same performance as the RX 580, but again less power draw. The problem with these two is that they are more expensive. Obviously more expensive, right? So that's why they're amber. But if you want more power efficient, less heat at your home, then get these two instead. However, if you have more budget, I would strongly suggest to get the RX 6600 at 13,000 pesos, and not far behind is the RTX 3060 8GB at 14,000 pesos. Roughly the same price to performance ratio. So sadly, below 15,000 pesos, there are no new cards. If you look at this, there are no new cards. That's the reality now. 15,000 to 25,000 pesos. The best bang for the buck GPU is the Arc B580 from Intel, and it sold at PC Hub for 16,499 pesos. IT World is also selling the ASRock variant for 18,000 pesos. This price point is really good in my opinion. It outshines everything. The RX 7600, the RTX 4060, 5060, man, the 1660 Ti from Datablitz. And this is a small one, mini ITX version, single fan for 20,495 pesos. Stupid price point, in my opinion. Don't buy this. Anyway, I'm comparing the Arc B580. So yeah, even with the RX 6600, 7600 XT, and 4060 Ti, 8GB variant, these are outshined by the Arc B580. Even these price point as well, they're really outshined by the Arc B580. This group here performs roughly the same. However, if you want a 16GB card, then maybe you can get this RTX 4060 Ti 16GB. But this one is expensive though. Don't get this 32,000 pesos card. Sadly, there's not much to recommend at this price point. I think I'll put this as red. This one and this one. These are 8GB variants and it's not worth it. The RX 7700 XT is around 11% better than the Arc B580, but the Arc B580 is really priced well at this price point. So yeah, maybe not worth it as well. Let's reclassify that. So if you want 16GB GPU, sadly you'd have to go to the RTX 4060 Ti 16GB. So it's amber because of that. However, going above the stack, the RX 7800 XT at 32,000 pesos is priced well as we speak. I'm not sure how the RX 9060 XT will perform, but yeah, that's something to watch out. Currently, this is a good price point. The RTX 4070 is not good at 35,000 pesos. You can also get the Nitro Plus at 36,000 pesos, but if you're there already already, I suggest to move to RTX 5070. So finally, there's an RTX 5070 that is below 40,000 pesos. So yeah, good to have this price check for the month. That's from Datablitz, and it's the palette version, Infinity. What does it mean? Let me check. Looks basic, but does the job. But at least it's a triple fan card, so hopefully there's no performance issue. The problem with my palette before was a dual fan, and it's not that good for some reason. But I think the triple fan will be good enough as long as they keep it bolted properly, did the right things properly, should have no problems. So far, I really have no problems with palette. Palette is my GPU since 2010. 4070 Super is no longer worth it. Even the 4070 Ti. Although if you look at this 4070 Ti, it's really a bargain. However, it was outshined by the RTX 5070. The RTX 3080 Ti is... what the heck, Datablitz? Why are you selling this for 43,000 pesos? It's so expensive at this price point. Really, don't buy this. Oh, there's a few more. There's 3070 and 3070 Ti. At also at their original... Wait, the 3070 is more expensive than the 3070 Ti. What the heck, Datablitz? Anyway, let's not dive on that. Let's move on. The RX 9070 is amber. However, I think it should be red. Maybe you should put it as red. It's red because of the 9070 XT at 46,000 pesos, which you can buy from Datablitz. It's the Sapphire Pulse AMD Radeon 9070 XT. So this outshined pretty much everything in this price range from 38,000 up to here. Pretty much outshine this range. And look, Datablitz is selling the 6950 XT at 45,000 pesos. I mean, if you look at 3080 Ti, it looks better, right? However, really though, just get the 5070 at this price range or the 9070 XT if you want better performance. The 9070 XT is at parity with 5070 Ti, which is being sold at 55,000 pesos. The 4070 Ti Super was a good card, don't get me wrong. However, the 9070 XT was just better, right? I think this is 20% better in terms of performance. So this highlights the 9070 XT. Yeah, there's also an RTX 3080. What the heck, Datablitz again? So this highlights that Datablitz is selling old cards at unreasonable prices. Don't get me wrong, Datablitz is one of my favorite GPU sellers. So yeah, look at this. This is a really good price point from Datablitz. Again, this one as well. Good price point from Datablitz. This one as well. Good price point from Datablitz, right? So they're not all bad. Yeah, so there's 7900 XT is already bad at this price point at 66,000 pesos because of the RTX 5080. So I highlighted this as yellow, but actually it's green. There's no competition at this price point. I initially highlighted this as yellow to see the current status of the price. You can buy the 5080 at MSRP, which is good. I think overall the prices are mellowing down in my opinion. Next is the 4080 and 4080 Super. So if you manage to find them, don't buy those because they're expensive. One thing to highlight with the 5080 is that there are expensive variants such as the Asus ROG Astral. Yeah, just stay away from the expensive variants. Even with the 9070 XT, there are expensive variants which you should really avoid. For 5070 as well, should avoid this. Cream of the crop is definitely the highest tier, which is the 5090. However, it's really expensive, 152,000 pesos. It's not for minimum wage workers, sadly. It's for the top 1%. Not for me. I'm not sure if it's for you as the viewer. Maybe you're the top 1%. You can really buy this. But yeah, if you have the budget, this is the cheapest one that you can get. It's from MSI, the Ventus 3X OC at 152,000 pesos. So yeah, maybe just to clear the air on GPU stock, I have this overall GPU summary here. I have the collated version, but this still has a bug. I'll show you now what's the bug. The bug is the 9070 XT is sometimes not considered as the 9070. For example, here, there's a wrong classification for this script. Happily, this is a different script from this script. So I'm 100% sure on the output here. But for this, I have to tweak it further next month or in the next video. Yeah, for the 5080, looking at this, right, you can get a few at below 75,000 pesos. So from IT World, say Netcodex. Oh, Netcodex is not here. I still have to include Netcodex, so there's wrong data. Netcodex classification is using the same script, sadly. So I have to fix that one. Yeah, I think it's because of this, because of the price. It wasn't able to get the right price. I asked ChatGPT to fix this script. So yeah, Only 4 data for now: ECPC, Datablitz, PC Hub, and IT World. Anyway, going back to the RTX 5080, there are really well-priced 5080 out there. So from IT World, Colorful iGame from PC Hub, and Manly Gallardo. This is a new GPU provider. Not sure how good they are, but I'm not sure if I'm going to risk my 75,000 pesos for the 9070 XT. It has good stocks from here and there as well. From IT World, slightly more expensive than Datablitz by 1,500 pesos. But anyway, I think that's it for this video. As for channel updates, first I was actually busy testing this Mushroom extender, and I tested a few more scenarios, more than my original Mushroom D build. And next, I went to Japan for a vacation, so that halted most of the channel updates. And next, I was working on SKTC A17. I still hope to release it this May, hopefully. And lastly, I'll work on the K101, which I plan to release early June. I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Do like or dislike and subscribe for more unboxing, SFF builds, and benchmarks. Bye!